Hey everybody, welcome back to Northernlion Plays the Binding of Isaac AFTERBIRTH Plus, where we basically suck lately. We're bad at the game. And now we're going to play as the Lost, which is awesome because we get a chance at redemption. EV7A SM9P. The Lost is not that bad to begin with. So we have... Oh my god, my cat is freaking out here, dude. The Lost is not that bad to begin with. But it's certainly probably the second hardest character to win with. The Holy Mantle is so good, though, especially early on, and especially if you don't have to fight the Hush or Mega Satan. And there's so many good items that'll actually be awesome for us here if we can manage to make them work. This is not necessarily one of them. Ball of Tar is, at best, just okay. So if we were putting on, like, our Lost... brain program here. What do we need to do? Bombs are still used primarily for tinted rocks. Ooh, that's actually really good. We get a tiers upgrade early on this run for the low cost of free. Wait. That's not Pisces, that's Cancer. Okay, so it's actually worthless. My mistake. There's a stark difference in terms of the quality of the items that I expected there. Not that Pisces would have been that good for us to begin with. I mean, I'm trying to pick up a little bit of extra money here, but in the end, it's not that relevant. Ruka, can you please bless this run with your cat magic? Ready? 3, 2, 1, cat magic. He gave it, like... He kind of, like, pushed his head into his neck a little bit, like he wasn't too happy with it, but I think that in his own unique way, that's the way that the run was blessed. Is that correct? Yeah, he's feeling, like, pretty okay with it. Sometimes, when your heart stops, what do? Do they go, oh, maybe he'll get over it. Just give him some space. He'll figure it out. Mr. Heart, you've been working hard. Sorry, you should probably take a little bit of a break, get a recharge. Nah, dude, they shocked the shit out of it. That's what we're doing on this run. I've had some bad runs that I've played badly on. We can't control one of those things, but we can hope to control or at least influence the other. So we're going to defibrillate our Isaac skills right here. By having a good-ass run with a tough character that gives you some confidence and satisfaction when you win. So, I mean, is there any reason not to take Fates? I think the answer is no. By taking Fate, at least it can't show up in the future, which might be worth something. Now, normally, we'd probably be like, pop the Chariot card here. But I actually think that that's... a suboptimal play. We may still have to pop the Chariot card here, I'll admit, but if we don't, even better. Because the Chariot card is basically like a get-out-of-jail-free card. We did get him. And what is this variant of Hush is Spider Hush, if I remember correct. Oh no, he's got Brimstone as well. We should be fine to not have to pop the card. You know what? I got hit right after I said it. Better safe than sorry. We'll take a very small damage upgrade and get the heck out of here. Definitely don't want to lose just by acting like an idiot there right at the very end. So we get a very, very modest damage upgrade from Meat. Got a lot of HP up on that floor that unfortunately is completely worthless for us, but that's not that big of a deal in the whole scheme of things because... Hey, what we lose in HP, we gain in free-ass deals with the devil. So in the whole scheme of things, I'm actually, like, extremely pleased with the way this run looks. The moon and the clubs. So you take 2 of clubs, because the moon card is a get-out-of-jail-free card, similar in some ways to the Chariot, to be honest. You know what? I'm going to use it right away, because I just... That's not the right way to use it, but I didn't want to fight those enemies. That looked annoying. So we don't want Goathead. We want the Cancer Trinket, but Goathead is a good trinket. If we can somehow manage to snag like a mom's purse or something on this floor, that's fine. Again, if you're going for the Lost achievement, you want to beat the run, and you have to beat the run, let's put it that way. You don't just use the moon card like that. You use it on a room after you get hit. Traded a bomb for a key. We're really just looking for small rock. I guess golden chests that have great items are also fine, but... small rock is the big deal there. And this floor, as it always is on Isaac runs where you have a deal with the devil chance, this floor is big, but it's even bigger as the Lost, because if we can get really, really good damage, or at least a modest damage improvement, we're in an extremely good spot moving forward here. Now, wait, what is unlimited bombs? So although the D4 has its uses as the Lost, wait, what I think could be extremely good for us here. Even though as a spacebar item, I don't think it's that great at doing damage. It's a really, really good utility item here, and that's what we're going to try to show off, I suppose. So, you know, this guy is just going to annoy us, but at least it gives us something to do while we wait for the charges to come back. Lovely. Now, there has been a patch to Isaac recently. It won't be that recent by the time this video comes out, probably, but at the same time, I wonder a little bit if that patch has adjusted the spawn rates in rooms like that, because it seems like we're not getting nearly as much benefit as we used to out of blowing up skulls. But it could just be, there's been like 2 situations recently where I'm like, we blew up like 12 things and we got no rewards. That just seems surprising to me. So my prophecy did come true, but then I accidentally re-rolled everything. So, you know, oh well. And there was no re-roll, sorry, there was no donation machine. If there was a donation machine, we could have used that to get enough money to buy tarot cloth and Mom's Purse, which, I mean, Mom's Purse might have been a little overkill, but tarot cloth is obviously amazing. But the statue didn't have any money, and the reroll machine existed instead of the donation machine, so no skin off my scrot, I suppose. Huge item. Growth hormones is great, and then the shovel is worthless but gives us precedent, so that's not bad. Down to the next floor here. Flooded Caves 1. Ruka, hello. Thank you for your blessing. The run looks good. You've done us a great service. I'm immensely appreciative. So the thing with Wait What is that, again, it's certainly, it's hard to say it's bad. But I have said that in the past. It's just not as good as you would expect. I mean, glitter bombs I don't think synergizes with it. That could be cool though if it had the potential to synergize with it, but it just doesn't do as much damage as you would expect. I would almost prefer if it was like Butterbean 9 out of 10 times, and then the 10th time it was an extremely, not extremely, but a much higher damage, like Mr. Boom level sort of explosion here that also didn't hurt you. So the vast majority of the time you'd pick it up and go, ah, shit, it's Butterbean. But then 10% of the time, 25% of the time, whatever you want to set that parameter as, you'd go, man, this is like actually really good. Range down. Fairly irrelevant, but sure, somewhat annoying. So what's key to winning this deal, or this Lost run right now? Well, you probably got a little spoiler there by me misspeaking. It would be extremely valuable for us to beat the odds and get a deal with the devil that's actually good. And basically time will tell on this one. Krampus is a straight up asshole now. He used to not be that bad, but now that he doesn't telegraph his attacks as much, and he rotates and he shoots on the diagonals, he's actually a total asshole. We'll take our range upgrade because we got no other options. And honestly, this is typically the point at which you would just leave this floor. You know, we're not doing a daily. Who are we trying to impress by, you know, going to the shop in this situation? Nobody. You know, keep Boss Rush alive. We could snag a free item there and just get the hell out of here. Okay. Again, so far so good. This run could be a lot worse. I think I got hit there, so just play it cool right now. I might have gotten hit by a mushroom there, like by actually blowing up a mushroom. So, oh, Rune Bag is so good. This is huge for us because Rune Bag gives us, Rune Bag gives us the ability to get Yeras, Perthros, Alges is an enormous possibility. A lot of like, you know, get out of jail free stuff like that. Even simple stuff like Dagaz can purge a bad curse, like you know, Curse of the Blind could be pretty deleterious for us on this run. That was dumb. That was dumb. I don't know if it'll purge the curse that we gave ourselves here, which is why I'm not going to use it right now, but, you know, maybe we could. So again, even an Ansus, you know, tells us where to go, and perhaps, just as importantly, where we don't need to go. So we're very pleased with this right now, and we're basically hoping to do exactly. Dude, we shot that dude's tears like all the way off the map. Basically, we're highly, highly pleased with this situation right now. And we want to beat the odds again. We did! That is incredible. Cat of Nine Tails is a nice damage up. Whore of Babylon is good, or great, actually. Sister Maggie is fine, and we continue to get stronger here. Now, you know, we got a 1 in 3 followed by a 1 in 3. So that's a 1 in 9 chance. Not to mention, the Krampus fight had a 50% chance to pay out with an item. We would have taken it either way. I was looking to build a narrative there of like, you know, look at how lucky we got. But to be honest, if it was Krampus's head, we would have been just close to just as fine with it as if we'd gotten a lump of coal. So it's not like that's an enormous difference, to be honest with you. I hate this room. Just gives me the heebie-jeebies, man. Those fires could get you at any time. Ooh, 11 cents means 12 cents means our shop is extremely gettable, especially with 10 bombs. But certainly, like, we're lucky that our items from the deal with the devil that we actually got were great. TNT is, I mean, it is a bomb on occasion, but we're gonna throw it because wait, what is reusable more than one time per room, potentially. We got Spider Butt. Is it better than wait what? That's actually kind of a tough choice. Not re-rolling the whole run. Can't do it. We have Holy Mantle. You don't do it on a lost run, okay? It's the one situation in which you stay away from that nonsense, okay? I don't mind Slugger. If you go out there, you re-roll, you know, your Isaac runs, you re-roll your 1 Eden runs. That's what it's like to be young, okay? You live your life, you know, you make your own mistakes. Lord knows I did it. I would be a hypocrite if I told you not to. But if I ever see you re-rolling a lost run that has the chance to win, I have no son and or daughter. Very important to me, we don't get hit against Mega Fatty. Because we could get hit once pretty easily against Mega Maw. The shots come out somewhat quickly. He's way less tanky, but the shots come out somewhat quickly. Probably need to dodge like 1 to have a mathematical certainty of victory. And we dodged them all, so that'll do it. Blood Bag is great. Speed upgrade at the very least, and we're at max speed now. Might even be too much. Okay. And actually, totally fine opportunity for a greed fight. I may have been hit there, so don't get too cocky here. Plenty of money for our shop on the next floor, still ahead of schedule for boss rush and boss rush purposes. Let's get the heck out of here. Dagaz is just okay, by the way. It's not amazing, but it's good enough. We have no curse, so we're not going to use that here. Or we're not going to use it here, I should say. Unless there is a situation. Get a respawn item, like, you know, Lazarus Rags. Die, come back as a character for whom we could actually use this Spirit Heart. That's the only conceivable way I could see us using Dagaz for a purpose. The other thing is, you know, maybe we just get a better rune. Yeah, that was a terrible dodge on my part. Still made it through. Awaz. Awaz is a get-out-of-jail-free card of the worst possible variety, but it's still important to have. Okay. Poison bombs. We're slowing down a little bit in terms of our, like, item density, item quality, but poison bombs are not bad. Just wish they actually worked with Wait What. I mean, Wait What is not a bomb, so I understand why that doesn't happen, but a man can dream, right? As long as he's okay getting taxed for it. Okay, sweet. What do we got going on up here? We got enemies that do not really bother me. Another Dagaz rune. Awaz is better to take long term. Again, Dagaz is like, it's just okay. That is actually complete luck. And we will play it. We're hoping for mapping. Analge's rune is not worth using on the blood bank. We don't want money. And HP is basically Perthrow rune fodder. We'll pop Onsu straight away because we can get value out of it. We're still way ahead of schedule for, or decently ahead of schedule for boss rush, by the way. And again, what are we hoping for? Well, I mean, you know what I'm going to say. We could beat the odds on that deal with the devil. You know, 1 in 27 odds, effectively, of getting all 3 of those. I recognize it's independent, so it's a 1 in 3 chance, actually, but you get what I'm saying. Necropolis 1, this just gives us money, but I think it's worth taking anyway, because Wait What has kind of overstayed its welcome. Not a bad item, but not what we want right now. First things first, though, I might actually do all of these special rooms down here, but I definitely want to do the curse room. Because even if we get hit, we can AWA's rune to safety. And that won't be necessary. But we're hoping for Guppy items. Guppy could, make this run even better than it is. Now, here's the thing. I did take damage stupidly there. We shouldn't have a chance to get hit, though. We should be able to get out of this just fine. So, let's just move to the next room. I was thinking at first, like, you know, why don't we open that red chest? Why invite the chance of failure into your life, you know? In this case, let's stick to brass tacks. Bracano is fine. And more flies. Totally fine, even better. Now those chests kind of suck. So I am not interested. Feels like a secret room. Is not a secret room. Feels like a secret. We've already found our secret room. If the bomb never explodes, we never used it. That's my rule. I think we'd still like to have the devil card over Dagaz. It's a rare situation in which that's the case, but I stand by it right here. If we can get a teleport card, then Boss Rush is super in the cards for us, and it's actually fairly conceivable for us to get a teleport card, because, you know, I mean, have you seen the run? Like, we just need bombs to blow up skulls, and then we should be okay. Now, Brownie. This boss is an asshole. But I think the stronger you are, like, it's like exponentially faster for you to kill Brownie. If you're weak as hell, the Brownie fight is just a nightmarish, like, hellscape. If you're modestly strong, the fight is not that bad. Didn't beat the deal with the devil. Did get at least a modest tears upgrade. And, you know, a little extra damage as well. You know, we don't need a teleport card. Right, Ruka? Sometimes the brain needs a little time to process. We have the AWA's rune. That's basically a teleport card. Oh, now we need the Gaz, the irony. Should have used our devil card on Brownie and taken the Gaz with us. Now, this time, we don't want to use AWA. Okay, this is actually important. You know what? I thought, let's open it. We've got alges, right? And then I thought to myself, no, do not do it. Because what if it's like the IV bag and it hurts you through an alges rune? I don't think it would be, but why put the run into question for just that right there? And an alges rune, by the way, that was a total waste. It's extremely valuable to have an alges rune for us. We could have just left instead and kept the alges rune, which is more valuable than our devil card. But I'm just going to be honest with you, like, it's not that big of a deal. Right now, at least. It is a misplay, but it's a misplay that doesn't have to define the run. It's not like one misplay on the average lost run is going to end your run. Or 2 misplays, at least. We're lucky enough to not be subject to that as a result of a very questionable situation. So, don't beat me up over it too hard, I guess is what I'm trying to say here. Blank rune. It's Yera, so we get double AWA's runes, which is actually, again, more valuable than the devil card, I think. We don't need to rush into boss rush. It's not meant, like, that's pun unintended, because I don't think there's a pun. When people say, like, pun not intended. Oftentimes there's no pun. It should say pun non-existent. Well, hockey's such a good sport. I think I'll stick around. Pun not intended. No, pun not really existent. I get it, there's wordplay, but it's not, like, a 1 out of 10 pun. That's not even a groaner, that's a freaking, you know, get out of here. You think you're so clever, but you aren't as clever as you think you are, Mr. Sidney Crosby. Ventricle Razor. It's not what we needed here. Little baggy. Oh, that's horrible. Wow. Wow. So that's... Never buy anything. If only we had the Dagaz rune. Hilariously enough, the Dagaz rune would have prevented this whole situation. Now we have to try to beat Mom with I'm Excited active, and we lost our teleport card. It's actually... Okay, I'm Drowsy maybe counteracts it, but... It's actually horrendous. We lost so much in a single pickup, and then the pills ended up being horrible anyway, so... yeah, I mean, it's fair to say, like... I'm displeased with the way that situation went down. Could it have been better? I think the real question is, could it have actually been any worse? And to be honest with you, I'm scratching my head on that one. But the run is still good. If you just look at it as our run, the run is fine. Now, I don't want to take left hands. It's tough. Because, like, the Cancer Trinket's really good, but Locust of Pestilence, it's a great trinket. Perks. Okay, it's good to know it exists. We actually know it's irrelevant. I just remembered we are the Lost. So, what do I want to see now? Dude, Sack Dagger. Hook it up. Where are we going to use the Pandora's box? We have no keys. Well, there is a key in the shop, right? It gives up our ability to go to Boss Rush, but I think as soon as we accidentally took Little Baggy, Boss Rush fell by the wayside. Just go for it. Just go for it. Sure. Fine. No problems. We have Curse of the Blind, so anything could happen here. Could be soy milk. Please, God, do not be soy milk. Tractor Beam. Tractor Beam is great. Right now, it's a Tears upgrade, is infinite range. We're not going to be able to do our deal with the devil, so do not rush it. That's extremely important. I also, like, I don't want Ringworm. I want the Cancer Trinket. Are you out of your fucking mind? It's madness. There's zaniness, and then there's idiocy, and this is bordering. Anyway, the whole point is, what I was trying to suggest is, would we rather do Pandora's box now or on the Cathedral? Like, next floor or on the Cathedral? Well, first, let's live through this floor. After that, I'm gonna suggest the Cathedral. There are bad deal with the angel items. There's great ones as well. If we just use it on the next floor, there's a fairly reasonable chance... What is this? Because that is not a portal to the womb. That's a portal to the void. Hold on, I gotta take a sip of this coffee here. I gotta think. We could use it right now, and we have a chance to get some good items. You know, we have a chance to get some damage upgrades, and that's Tears upgrades. Utility items, that's no joke. But we also have a decent chance to just get, you know, range upgrades, health upgrades. Things that are actually meaningless for us at this point. Right, that was actually question marks. I don't know. Let's see how the floor goes. I actually think, like, I mean, I did take damage, but it was not necessary damage. Like, it wasn't like I got overpowered. I just made a bad play, which in this case is actually good to know. Because it means that it doesn't mean that I can't avoid taking damage on this floor is what I'm trying to get at. If you just get out of the way, thank you, sir. Tractor Beam gave us the ability to do a sustained push there, which was very nice. Now, this is a little dicey. Normally, the curse room's easy, but if we get hit on this, we lose our run. But you gotta test it. You know, haven't gotten a Guppy's Head out of it yet. If we got Guppy's Head, we definitely would have popped Pandora's box here. But I think for now, we kind of keep it as a potential, like, ace in the hole. And if it gives us Holy Mantle... Wait, that's not what I meant to say. If it gives us Holy Water, then we tried. It's the game's, you know, dice roll that that caused that. It's not us making a misplay that caused that. So I think we gotta, you know, there's an expression in, I was gonna say in cards, but let's be honest. We all know I'm talking about Magic the Gathering. Let's not try to make it sound cooler than it is. That is, you know, make them have it. Which basically means, you know, there's almost always a situation in which there is a perfect answer for the strategy in which you're trying to employ. If you let that paralyze you and be like, well, I'm not going to do this because he might do this, you're going to find yourself, you know, not with the results you want. Instead, force the game to actually, you know, play out, is what I'm trying to say here, I guess. It's an awkward way to explain it, but basically, if you always go like, you know, oh, well, my opponent could have, you know, boundless aggression, and then, you know, that would be the perfect answer to this. Sure, you know, if that happens, you're going to be in a tight spot, but, you know, he might not have it, so I wouldn't sweat it too much until you know for certain that's going to happen. I imagine it's the same in poker, you know. When, you know, he could beat you if he's got pocket rockets, but does he? You know, that's what you're there to find out. So this is probably like the worst pill rotation I think I've ever seen. There's an I'm Drowsy pill, and I think that's the only good pill we've seen so far. So, feeling real confident. Wow. On the bright side, dude, actually made great progress with that Curse of the Maze. You know, it took us to a further area we weren't familiar with. Now, oh, if you can give me the syringe, we get a little closer to Spun. This run is like a 7.5 out of 10, just in terms of its own merits right now. So the fact that the pills are horrible is not actually that bad. And the I'm Drowsy pill, I think we sort of save for a rainy day, you know? Maybe it's a good pill to pop on the Cathedral, perhaps? It's an asset. I don't want to sell it before it becomes, you know, before it matures here, if you will. Please. Almost used Pandora's box there by accident. Okay, Sister Viz. Not an easy boss fight necessarily, although certainly much easier than it used to be. Tractor Beam allows us to stay real aggressive here, while still being in a conservative position overall. Nice. We do get a deal with the devil here. Can't fight Krampus. It's duality, which is, like, probably worthless, if I'm being honest. Okay. So, I mean, that's that. I don't really have anything more to say. I think I'm going to pop on Drowsy right now, actually. And the whole reason for that is, you know, popping it on the Cathedral doesn't mean much if we don't live through this floor. I think we should live through this floor regardless, but why tempt fate? So we got Death's Touch. It is a Tears downgrade, but a marked damage increase with piercing shots along with it. So it's a no-brainer, especially with Tractor Beam. We can get, like, ridiculous damage done to especially groups of enemies, but this is great either way. So a really good haul. Plus now we're like some kind of demonic version of Bane. So, you know, we got that going for us, which is nice. And I think that we've conquered our relatively mild form of adversity here. You know, it's been a great run. And it's not seeming to get any worse here, at least. It's the blue and white pill that is the actual question mark. So obviously we want to stay away from that one. Now, hilariously, first off, let me finish this room. We could fight Hush. This would be a very not good idea. We can't actually get a Chaos card. They don't exist. So I don't think there's anything short of, like, having accidentally erased our save file and, like, lost all of our achievement progress that could make me fight Hush on this run. It just, like, there's no point to it. Verp gives us our last pill over again. Bad gas. Well, we have two not bad pills for the first time in quite some time, so something's wrong and bad gas. A Verp pill is great if we can actually get, like, one statistical up pill, which I don't think exists. At least we don't know if it exists. I'm excited, dude. That's a good one. Man. I'm about to lose control and I think I hate it. Dude. Little ridiculous with the timing there. Come on, man. Now, the thing, you know, with any Lost run, you should always keep in mind, you're only... That's a question. Oh, it's perks? It doesn't do anything for us, though. You're only ever one, like, horrible decision away from the whole run coming crashing down. And it doesn't even have to be a horrible decision. It could just be a bad dodge, for example. We have no orbitals. We have no, like, added defense except for Holy Mantle, which is great, but... You know, we gotta make some sick dodges there. Like that. That's pretty much what had to be done. And now we're going up to the Cathedral. So duality was basically worthless. And we've stalled progress except for Death's Touch a little. Curse of the Lost is fairly irrelevant. But not as irrelevant as, like, Curse of the... Actually, not as irrelevant as almost any other curse would be at this point. Now that I think about it. Curse of the Unknown does nothing. Curse of the Blind is probably mostly meaningless because we might not have any items on this floor regardless. Alright, who wants to go first? 2 something's wrong pills. By the way, if I'm missing something with something's wrong... Feel free to, you know, give me the keys to the kingdom. Because I've been operating under the assumption that this is basically just, you know, that's our question mark pill. That could be confusing, so let's not take that. Because, I mean, it would be stupid. Oh, no! After all of that, I'm sorry, Ruka. I scared you. That was bad. Just a bad explosion and then... You know, didn't manage to dodge in between the shots. It's a bummer, and that's like 3 losses in a row. But this one was one of the most fun losses in a while. We did have the keys to the kingdom, but messed it up right at the very end. Still, fun run. I didn't use Pandora's box. Ruka! I didn't use Pandora's box. It could have saved me. Ah, shit. Well, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the episode. If you did, click the like button. Helps out a great deal. Of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. For now, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time. One mistake, man.